gotten a lot of questions about mindset.
No one will save you. Alexa won't save you. I won't save you. No one will save you.
Which niche is the best niche to be in?
Amazing question. Yeah, this is a great question. Like how to pick my niche. Most people are gonna lose. Some of you think that it's just the niche. Get into the same niche. Become our competitor and prove me wrong. No matter what I say now, like because we worked on it together, right? Like it was still scary.
Hopefully you guys take a lot away from this because he's dropping golden nuggets of wisdom everywhere. Most mentors talk about results. Harut delivers them and makes damn sure you do too. Today, I've had the privilege of interviewing my business mentor, Harut. For those of you that have been following my journey, have heard his name many times over. And per the norm, he definitely delivered on this interview with great golden nuggets of wisdom for you all regarding your YouTube channels and how to grow it into a full-time content creator business. But before we get to the interview, I want to share some backstory about how I met Harut. When I met Harut, I had just made my first 1,400 euros on or with YouTube via ads and consulting services that I had started doing. And my calendar was getting fully booked. Every time I opened up some more hours, people were booking those hours. And I knew I was sitting on opportunity, but I didn't know what to do next. For example, where should I start? Should I focus on courses, ebooks, lead magnets, email lists, memberships? I had no idea. And you see, I had just been laid off that year from my job and I had 3 young children to feed. Of course, I had the support of my husband's income, but my sudden income loss really hit our family hard as well. And so I had no time to mess around. This was like I was going all into YouTube and I wanted to do it right this time. I randomly, or you could say it was in divine timing, that I found Harut's Achieve Greatness community on the Skool platform because I was considering doing memberships. And when I found him, I decided I'm going to join his membership and I'm going to learn from this man how to proceed next. Anyhow, to make a long story short, I got on a free half-hour call with him and I was sold on this young man way before he even tried to sell me anything himself. And the results I have gotten with him have been absolutely unreal. My initial goal was to earn $4,000 a month because most of the money here in Finland goes to taxes. So I wanted to ensure that I was making at least $2,500 a month to help support my family of 5. So 4K was what I needed for my portion to support our family with my husband's income included together. He took me from 1,400 euros up to 8,000 euros. Within 30 days, it was insane. Within 90 days of our first call, I hit my first 10K month. And since working with him for the past 10 months only, I have collected more than 143,000 euros into my new company from my YouTube-based business. But this isn't just about money, especially this interview. It's about momentum and having the right person in your corner. Harut opened my mind to what was possible via what he had accomplished at such a young age. You see, Harut is only 22 years old, and he had built his first $1 million business by the age of 22. He's grown multiple businesses to $50,000 months in just 60 days. He's generated over 1 billion organic views across multiple platforms, and he's helped his clients, including some of the top creators and entrepreneurs online, collectively make millions. But here's what matters even more beyond the money. He gives 110% to his people. He does not let you spiral into second guessing yourself, getting shiny object syndrome. He gets you focused and on the right path, and he gives you something to do. You do it, you get results. It's as easy as that with him. Of course, there's a lot of work that goes behind that, but he'll hold you accountable to get to that version of you that you need to be in order to actually make it at this business. So today we're talking about what it really takes to grow on YouTube and the mindset behind the sustainable success that he has allowed me to achieve and that he has achieved throughout his career. And we're going to talk about the hard truths most creators never hear. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if you are ready for what he has to say today, but it's going to leave a lasting impression if you are. So without further ado, let's get to this awesome interview. I am so excited to share his wisdom with you guys today on my channel. So let's get to it. Okay, so I guess my first question then would be, a lot of people in my community or in my comments on YouTube are always saying, you know, you achieve this because you're in the new YouTuber growth niche. You're in this certain niche that is growing well. So that's why you had success. And a lot of people, when I told my community I told my community I was going to interview you, and I asked them for questions. And one of the top questions was, could Harut do what he's done in another niche? And I know that you work with people in a ton of different niches, like a variety of niches, right? So maybe you could speak to that point of like, you're not successful just because you're teaching other people how to build a business, but you're successful because of XYZ or whatever you believe. Or maybe.
Great question. This is a really good question. So I'm excited to talk about this. So before we do, I'll give a quick disclaimer to people watching this, which is I'm 22, right? I'm gonna become 23, and I'm a little bit extreme, and I'm young, which means that I definitely don't know everything. And whatever I'm going to share in this interview is going to be my opinion. So it doesn't mean that that's how you should live your life. We all have different circumstances and strengths and weaknesses. So I would highly recommend you to take what I'm saying with good heart, and don't be offended by it, because that's who I am. I'm pretty intense, and I really mean this with the best intentions. So whatever resonates, couple of things take from this interview, ignore everything else. Okay, so that's a very big disclaimer that is very important to put out there, because most people think that there's one blueprint or one correct answer, and I've learned that that's not true. So that's the first thing. I don't know everything. If it's useful, listen to this. If it's not, don't. Now, with this big disclaimer, let's get into the answer. And that this disclaimer was needed, and now you will learn why. It's because the entire premise of that question is wrong. It's because I can spend the next 10 minutes proving or justifying why I would be successful if I didn't be in this niche. But the whole point is that it doesn't matter. What actually matters is if the person watching this will choose the right niche, the right strategy to succeed. That's actually the real question. Because let's say the answer is no. Let's say the answer is that I wouldn't be successful. I just magically picked this niche of the most competitive niche ever of trying to help business owners, where my competition is billionaires. And okay, go and try this niche if it's easy. But let's assume that this is the easiest niche, and you just try and you don't work hard, and people just give you all this money and they love you and they follow you, and it's so easy. And I got extremely lucky. Let's say it's true. Then what? It is true. Let's say Alexa got lucky too. We are both lucky people. Then what? Does it mean the person watching this or asking that question is now going to say, oh, that means they got lucky, then I need to get lucky to be successful. Oh, I'm not gonna be lucky. Let me stop watching them. It's not possible. I'm not going to win. Is that the premise? But because it's not a good one. And here's how you should think about it. I would never ask that question to anyone. And it might be seem that, by the way, that I'm getting defensive. Not at all. I can give you examples how I made hundreds of thousands of dollars with faceless YouTube channels in 5 different niches that I had. So I literally myself have been in different niches before this company. And I have clients that help people with so funny niches that it's crazy. I know someone that is helping people over 60, I think, to reorganize their photos in their iPhone gallery. So it's more organized. And they are charging like $500, $600, $700 for that. I know someone charging $10,000 to help people to learn how to stop alcohol. I know people that help other people stop watching porn. I know people that help people to find a date, or I like it's the niches and the variety of it is huge, right? But I don't even want to go and prove these things, because it's not relevant. What's the relevant is that, and this is hard to hear, but if you're asking this question, then I think that the answer is irrelevant, because what's the worst case? The worst case is that, yes, I'm just successful because I'm lucky and I'm in a good niche. That's all. That's the only reason I'm successful. And if that's correct, then what? Then also pick my niche and be successful. If it's just because of my niche, then just do it. And if it's not just because of the niche, it's also because of my tens of thousands of hours of work that put into this, investing $250,000 into business mentors, into spending tens of thousands of hours of consuming content. I'm 22. It's soon more than 10 years that every day I'm working on a business. I'm working sometimes 12, 14, 16, 18-hour days. I'm taking care of hundreds of clients, of 10 plus people in my personal life completely, if it's also because of other things, of work and other things, then that means that you also have to have this, and you also have to do these things, which means why would you waste time asking this question and not just spending the time on actually doing it and working hard and actually stopping being so skeptical on if the people that were successful succeeded because of other factors. It doesn't matter. Even if it's true, it doesn't help you. It doesn't help you. Should I look at Alex Hormozy and say the reason that he is worth hundreds of millions of dollars is because he grew Gym Lunch in 2016, where Facebook ads were the easiest traffic source ever? Should I say that? Because it's true. In 2016, you didn't have to grow a YouTube channel, make content, spend time on this. Literally, you spent $1,000 a month on Facebook ads. If you knew a little bit what you are doing, you made 5, 10, 20 back. If you knew what you were doing, not everyone. So it was easier. Do I sit here and complain? No, I say, okay, the market changed. Now ads are 10 times more expensive. Now it takes time to grow a brand, a YouTube channel. Now let me stop wasting time on judging if that was the reason that it succeeded, because I'm sure that's not the only reason. It also because there were also billions of people alive when Facebook ads were back then in 2016. Why there is one Alex Hormozy and why there is most people that aren't successful. So probably it's not just the Facebook ads, right? Everyone had Facebook ads. So although it is objectively true that that mattered, I want to learn the things from Alex Hormozy that made him separate, that made the difference, that although everyone had access to that tool, he won and others didn't. And I want to learn as many things of that as possible because that's what's under my control, and focus on next unfair things like content, like YouTube, that's still not oversaturated yet, right? In 10 years, people are gonna look back and say, oh, you succeeded because YouTube was easier 10 years ago. That's not the only reason. So I guess all this to say is that I can give a more politically correct answer and try to be liked by people watching this and say, oh, it doesn't matter. No, I have this person. No, let me convince you. Let me actually show you all my clients that succeeded. But the person that thinks that way will already find excuses in any other niche, because it's not about the niche, and they know it. It's not about the niche. Don't you see, if you go to YouTube, don't you see people making like so much money, growing, having an impact, growing their brand in so many weird niches? They all do. They all know that other niches exist. They all know it. It's just an excuse, right? But it's very hard to admit to ourselves that that's just a question that we're asking to justify to ourselves to why we are not winning. Oh, that person wins because of their niche. Oh, could Harut or Alexa or Alex Hormozy or this person succeed in that? Of course they could. Of course. Now, will I be less successful if I helped people to, I don't know, sell like hats online? Yeah, probably selling hats online is not the best business model at the moment, right? There's Amazon. But I will still be more successful because of who I am. That's what everyone watching this should believe, that you will be successful no matter what. You will be successful against the odds. You will be successful no matter what niche you are in, what's the market, if people trust you, doesn't matter. You are too old, you are too young, you have time, you don't have time. Like, there are enough examples that you can do it. Enough examples in the world. So you have two choices. You will either be inspired by these stories and just focus on what you can control or win, or you will just justify of what other people have that you don't have, and you'll make that excuse of why you can't do it as well as them. Cool. Then you just right now told yourself a story that you will believe in on why you're not gonna win. Congratulations. You just convinced yourself why you are not going to win as big as someone else, because they have something that you don't have. Congratulations. Does that make you feel better about yourself? Cool. If that's the game that you want to play, that's good. Congrats, but that's not what you want. I know that every single person watching this, that if you're watching this till this point, even you clicked on this video, that's not you. You actually want to win, right? So get rid of that part of you that makes excuses and comes up with reasons of why you're not gonna win. And here's I'll say this and then I'll end this because it was a long rant. But even if you are correct, that doesn't change the situation. This is what's very hard. And I struggle with this myself, because I have this internal feeling of justice. Like justice is important to me, right? So I struggled with this for a very long time, and I still do sometimes, which is, it might not be your fault and you might be correct, but then what? Like, yeah, maybe you can speak as quickly as me. Maybe your brain works slower than me, right? Then what? What you are gonna, maybe you are right. Okay, let's then just not try to grow our YouTube channels. Is it fair for me to say English is my third language, so I'm not gonna compete with native speakers? It is correct that my English is worse than native speaking people. It is correct that I speak too fast sometimes. Then what? Should I stop? The only reason that you have a successful YouTube channel is your English is perfect. Should I say that? Irrelevant. It might be true that some people click on my videos and say, I don't understand what he's saying, he's speaking too fast, they click off. It might be true, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna amplify that thing in my mind and make it into something bigger and make that the reason why I can't win. I'll win despite it. I'll focus on my strengths. I'll focus on making my strengths so big that my weaknesses shrink into irrelevance. Yes, my English isn't perfect. Yes, I too look too young. Yes, I speak too fast, whatever. Yes, I don't pronounce the things correctly, whatever it is, right? But I'll work harder than anyone else. I'll outcompete everyone. I'll outlast everyone. I'll outlearn everyone. I'll do the things that I'm good at better than others, and that's how I will win. So my answer to this is, even if I convince you that the only reason that we are successful isn't our niches, it's not going to help you because you know the answer. You already do know the answer that it's not just our niches. And for some reason, some people still want to hear this and they still want to hear justifications. But the people that already know that it's such an obvious fact that it's not just that, but the people that already knew that it's not just because of the niches and we would be successful in other things as well, maybe not as much, but more successful than most people. And if they knew it, then they don't have to hear this. And the people that really have to hear this are the people that even after hearing this, they won't be convinced. They'll say, he just made excuses. He's still lucky. Cool. You are right. Then what? I am right. I just lied to you. I got lucky. Then what? How does that affect your life? Doesn't help you. So stop thinking thoughts that aren't useful. Start only thinking things that are useful. Is it useful for you to think that someone else got lucky? It's not useful. It demotivates you. So what if you just change your mindset and start telling yourself, oh, maybe they got lucky, but what are some of the things that I think they are good at that I could learn from them, right? You don't have to like someone to learn from them. Why don't you? You don't have to. You can hate someone and still admit that they are good at some things and learn from them. So just look and say, okay, what can I learn from? Learn from that and focus and work hard. And if you don't get lucky, you'll still win. And if you get a little bit more lucky, you will win. And if after hearing all of this, some of you think that it's just the niche, get into the same niche, become our competitor and prove me wrong. And if you do, some of you might win more than me. I admit that that's possible. I'll just cheer for you. I really would. I say, cool. You just proved that this is niche. Congrats. Let's everyone get into this niche. Why not? Let's do it. That's my answer. I think that I answered it a little bit differently than you expected, but because this is the true answer. So I hope that people take this the right way because I mean this with the right intentions. It's so much easier for my reputation or brand or image to play the nice guy and say, hey, yeah, we got lucky. I'm so humble. Thank you so much. Other niches are also possible. Here are examples. Find your passion, follow it. That would be a fake answer. So I wanted to give the real one and hope for the right people, they understand it, they implement it and they follow it because this really served me very well in my life so far.
Well, thank you for sharing all that. And that's an answer I would expect from you.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you touched a lot on mindset, which I've gotten a lot of questions about mindset. So I will circle back to that. But I think sticking with this niche thing, people are always asking, what's the best niche to get into? What should I do? Like those types of things. How would you determine what is worth your while? Even if you, let's say you are this type of personality that has the mindset in the dialed in, you are a go-getter, you're ambitious. How do you determine which niche is the best niche to be in? Yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Amazing question. Yeah, this is a great question. Like how to pick my niche, how to go about it, right? This is very practical. So there's two things that I recommend to do, and this is not the only right answer, but that's what really worked well for me and for clients that I worked with, which is you need two things. You need number one, a demand, right? So it needs to be something that there's a demand for, like some other channels are talking about it. There's some interest, some trend, some popularity, right? It is a factor, right? For example, obviously, if people didn't want to grow their YouTube channels, Alexa's channel would be less successful. It is correct. If people didn't want to grow their brands and businesses, my channel, my business, my communities, my social media, my Instagram, it would be less successful. That is correct. So you need something that there's a demand for, because you can never create demand, right? A lot of people think that you can create demand. You can't. People have like there's a good quote that says, you can do what you will, but you cannot will what you will, right? We humans, we all have desires that are just like in us already when we are born, which means you can't create demand in someone. Like you can't make people interested in things that they are not interested in. So people are either interested or not. So instead of guessing what they would be interested in, the best thing is to go and look for it. What people are already watching, what's already working, right? Now, the second part is also very important. It needs to be, in my opinion, something that you either love or you are very good at. One or the second. So number one, you either love. Why this is important is because let's say you see that AI is popular and AI has a lot of demand, but every time you're making a video, you hate making the video. It's a matter of time when you're gonna quit. You are gonna make 3, 5, 10 mediocre videos and stop. So you're gonna lose. And your competitor that loves AI, that stays up like till night to learn more about AI, that puts effort into making the video even better because they want to, they will beat you. It's just a matter of time. I've seen this over and over again, right? So you need to love it. It can't be just demand. Now, the only exception that you don't really love it, because that sometimes it's hard to do, is something that you are really good at, right? Something that, let's say I don't know, you want to get into a niche of like painting, right? And you see that painting nowadays is going doing well, teaching people how to paint, and the YouTube channels are getting views with that. Like it is a hot, popular topic, right? It's something that people still have interested in, and you don't like necessarily love it. You have been doing it for 10 years, you're a little bit bored. It's still okay to do it if you look at this as business. If you are good at painting, you still have a competitive advantage, right? You have a competitive advantage of why your videos will be different than most people's videos. In this case, you are better. You have more experience, right? You have more skill, which means once you make the videos, it will be more likely for you to stand out. So my philosophy around this, and this is a very high level answer, I know, but this is the one that, and this is from experience. Like we have worked with hundreds of people. We have seen people starting a YouTube channel after 12 months, they quit. We have seen people start a channel after 2-3 months already succeed. And this is the answer that became true and true, was proven to be true every single time that we try this. And that is that you need these things. And I'll explain a little bit more why, because a lot of people are curious why, right? Why this works. It's very simple. It's supply and demand. Because we understood that we can't create demand, right? You can't make people interested in this. I make videos about this every time, 3 videos a week, you can't, right? It needs to be something that people are already interested in. Now, here's the thing. If there's a lot of demand, there is going to be supply. And even if there is no supply, there's not even a supply, then the supply will be supplied very quickly, because a lot of people are looking into the marketplace and saying what has demand. And a lot of people are smart. They want to deliver to that demand that exists, right? So the reason that you want to have some sort of a competitive advantage, whether it's you love it, which means you know about it more than others, you will be more resilient, it's less likely that you will quit, you'll make more videos because you like them, or you are good at that, or any other competitive advantages. Because if you don't, yes, there is a lot of demand, but if you will be like everyone else, you won't get views. How can you pick a niche and want to be successful in that if you are just like everyone else with no difference? Then you shouldn't exist. And this is a big thing as well that's going to be hard for people to hear, including me. But we all want things, right? We are all selfish, including me. But the only way in life to get what you want is to help enough people to get what they want, right? Like if I want to get an amazing relationship with a girlfriend, right? I need to become a man that deserves to attract that person, right? If I want to get a lot of views on YouTube, I need to make videos that are worth watching so I get the views. So it's always inverting. There are 2 types of people in life. Number one, that just sit and want things and just think that just because they want it, they deserve it. They deserve success just because they want it. No, everyone else wants it too. These YouTube likes, your YouTube success, making money online, being full-time on what you do, doing what you love, 8 billion people want this. So obviously all of them can't have it, right? So that is very important. So you need to first you need to add value to the marketplace, do what the marketplace wants to get what you want, right? You can't be selfish. Because of this, you need to already look at what the marketplace wants, which is what has demand, what's getting views. If you are trying to decide between 2 niches and one is getting 10 views and one tens of thousands, right? Then obviously go with this. If this has way more small channels that are going viral all the time, go with this one, not with this one, etc. But if you look at that and you say, oh, there's enough demand, it's not enough for you to get into it. If there's not a lot of demand and you have nothing that you are going to be better at than your competition, why do you start? Why do you have to exist? From the standpoint of the marketplace. Remember, not from our standpoint. I know that we want to make money, we want to grow, but the marketplace doesn't care. The world is cruel. They don't care. So we need to see what can we supply that all these people, that all this demand that exists, they're gonna say, I'm not gonna watch Harut, I'm gonna watch Alexa. I'm not gonna watch Alexa, I'm gonna watch this person, right? And because of this, and this is very tough thing to do, right? To find something with demand and have a competitive advantage or unfair advantage. The best unfair advantage, the easiest one, is do what you love or you are good at, right? There are other advantages, like you have a unique knowledge about something. You have been in FBI for 20 years. Now you are retired. You talk about not classified things, knowledge. Of course, there's very few FBI agents that have YouTube channels, so you have unfair advantage. But unless you have something like that, which most people don't, if you do, go with that, right? Like if I was a billionaire's son, I would make videos about how it is to be a billionaire's son because people would be interested because not many of them are out there. But if you don't have these things, which I haven't, which Alexa didn't have, which most people don't have, then look at what do you love. If you pick, that's why it's important. If you don't, what happens? People will ignore this advice. They won't pick something they love. They'll just pick something that's trendy. They'll make 10 YouTube videos. They'll resist the process. They'll start becoming bitter. Their videos will suck and they will stop and they will quit and they blame everyone and then they will stop. That's what's going to happen. But if you love it, right? And again, demand is important, right? It's two things. If I just love this napkin, if I love this napkin and I make videos about it every day, it's not going to work if there is no demand, right? So it needs to be both. What people are already watching. So go and do research. What's already working? And once you find something that someone else succeeded with, and you look at and say, oh, I would love to trade places with this person. I would love to make videos like this, not because of the outcome. Now, don't look at Alexa and say, oh, like she's making money. How does make money? I want their channel, right? No, are you ready to make videos about the topics that we make videos about without making money? In the short term and the midterm. So look at what you actually love, right? Look at the successful example and say, not only they are successful, but I also love what they do. Not that, this is very important, not the results of what they do, not the good things that comes with what they do, but what they do. Like if I look at Elon Musk and he's worth hundreds of billions of dollars, or Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates or whoever, I can't say, oh, I just like the billions of dollars. I don't like working for decades every single hour of the day, plus some luck, plus some insecurity, plus some whatever, right? I can't say that, right? You either love that lifestyle or you don't. So look at the channel and say, do you want to talk about, would you make videos about that topic for free? That's a good question. Would you do that for free? If yes, that's the best way to go. Find something that has demand and look at the videos and say, would I make videos like this for free if there was no outcome? That's one of the ways to know if you like it or love it or not, right? Do it, get started, and that's going to be a competitive advantage because it will be less likely that you will quit, which means you will outlast everyone else and you will win them. Last caveat on this, don't wait for it to be perfect. No one knows exactly the perfect niche and you don't have to find this perfect demand channel and you absolutely love it. I love the topics that I'm talking about. Sometimes I wake up, I don't want to talk about it that day. It's fine. You are still not going to love every single part of it. You are not going to, it's not going to be this ideal picture. But once you find something that qualifies for the things I shared enough, take action because you will learn faster by just making videos, right? That aren't perfect, but are at least videos that you somewhat enjoy. And you, with time and with every single step, you get more clarity. Then you sit there and wait. So do research, find something that has demand, like it or be good at that, start, take action as fast as possible because you're going to fail in the beginning, learn, get better, don't stop. And if you do this, you will win. It sounds simpler. It sounds simpler than it is, I know, but this is what it takes. Not everyone is going to make 6 figures, have an online income and have a successful channel. So if you actually want these things, this is what it takes. Is it too discouraging, Alexa, or no?
No. I think it's great. I do.
Okay.
Okay, so let's assume 2 different scenarios happen. The one scenario, which is a quick question, hopefully, is that someone's trying to build a channel, their niche, they think they got the right niche, they think there's demand, but it's just not growing. One of the questions I've gotten, well, I'll get to that in a second. And the other one is they have the niche, they dialed it in, it's growing, and what would be the next steps? But the first question I want to ask is the one that's not doing well. A lot of people have asked me, how do you know when to give up? How do you know when when you're just throwing something against the wall and it's just not working, or it's just not working because you haven't gotten the skills yet, or the knowledge yet, or the audience yet, or you haven't, how do you know when to give up? And
such a good question, by the way, and this is a very tough one. I think it's case to case. I think that you should give up when every single time that you want to make a video, it's this impossible thing that you have so much resistance towards that you don't want to do. And every single time you have to make a video, it's like, it kind of feels after that process that it's like something was taken away from you, like you lost energy, like something is bad. So I would probably I think that in this case it's a little bit less logical, and it's a little bit more intuition and feelings, which is not as common for me to say. I'm more of a logical guy, so if I say this, like, there's some truth to it, because like you kind of know, right? Like it's never this milestone of, oh, like make 10 videos and quit, make 3 months, 6 months. You kind of know, I'll give an example. I was traveling with my family last month. My sister had a baby, so I took my parents there. We spent time with them. That was really, really good, and we enjoyed it a lot. And because of the traveling, I had less availability for calls with clients and stuff, so I did less of them. So once I came back, the first calls that were booked, I kind of didn't want to do them, right? But then I did it. I just showed up as always, of course, and I did the call. And right after I did that coaching call with my clients, I felt very good. I kind of felt alive again. I felt that this is what I want to do. And that was a good sign that this is something that I should keep doing, right? And that's what I'm doing now. But if I came back and if I did a call and I hated it, and I did the next one and I hated it, and I slept over it, and I woke up and I did, and I still hate it, and a week passed and a month passed and nothing changed, is probably indication that sooner or later I'm gonna quit. So the sooner I just change the direction, I look at, doesn't mean you need to quit entirely, but I would look at, okay, what am I doing wrong? What should I change, right? Same for YouTube. Like the question, if you whether you should quit, is if every single time you are making a video, and just because it doesn't do very well, you are just stressed and depressed, and probably it's not the best niche to be in for you. Because for me, I would enjoy my videos, making my videos, even if they get no views for a very long time, right? And that's the cheat code. That's the thing to get. Will everyone be able to figure this out quickly? No, it took me years to figure out what I want to do. My niche. I've started more than 10 YouTube channels to figure out what's gonna be the one that I'm gonna do right now, right? So if it takes time, that's okay. But I would say if you are doubting it all the time, whether you should quit, you should. Because the people that really do something that is going to have a very high chance of success, they don't doubt it. They have bad days. I had a day where I came from travel, context changed, I was a little bit not in the momentum stage. And I even doubted, like, oh, I have some calls. Do I even want to do calls? But then it passed quickly, right? So it is okay if you doubt it for a day, for two, for a week. But if you doubt it every single time, then you are too attached to the outcome. You are too obsessed about it. You are too obsessed about when you are gonna win. And that just takes away from your focus of actually making great videos that you enjoy making just for the sake of it. And that's why it will make it less likely for you to win. So my answer to this would be, you will know if you should quit or not. You will know. If you hate every single part, just the sooner you do it, the better. But if it's hard, if it's not easy, if you see small improvements, if there's some days that you don't feel like it entirely, but you do it anyway, but after you do it, you feel great, keep going. Till when? Till you win.
Great advice. It's true. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. So the people that are succeeding, like their niche is growing and stuff, of course, as soon as it starts to grow, the first question is, how can I make money? How can I make this into a business? How can I leave my 9 to 5? How can I make this a full-time income? What would you say to those people? I know you would give a different answer based on the different niche or their different goals that they have. But let's say they were interested in consulting, they were interested in online courses, they were interested in the whole gamut. What would be your advice to start with as a new channel that's growing, seeing some sort of results, and then they want to eventually leave their job? So what would be like the next steps to get there as fast as possible, if possible, to answer that?
Yeah, no, very good, a really good question. I think that this is not the only right way, and there's some context, right? There's some exceptions, but if I go over all the exceptions, this will be even a longer answer, which my answers are already long for people that have noticed, right? So I'll try to just give a general answer that will apply to most people watching this. And that is, I would look at your competition, if you have competition, and I would assume that most people watching this do. Look at your competition and look at what they are already selling, right? What's already working? Like if you are in a fitness niche, I don't know, as an example, look at what other fitness influencers that are similar to you, that have a similar size channel or maybe a little bit bigger, what are they selling? Go look at their YouTube descriptions, click on their links, book a sales call with them, right? look at their course, look at their copy. You don't even have to buy it. I do. I sometimes spend tens of thousands of dollars to buy my competitions program. Recently, I did it. I spent $36,000 to buy my competitions business program to learn and to see what they are doing, right? To see what's working, to see it from inside. But when I was getting started and I didn't have the money, I was just, without buying it, I was booking a sales call, showing up, asking questions, pretending to be, hope this is legal, by the way. No, this was my dream. Pretending to be that I'm going to be a customer and just learning what they're trying to sell to me and trying to be respectful about the process and living. Now I know what's already working, right? So the biggest indication here is don't reinvent the wheel. Go look for your competition. And now you can ask, Howard, my competition is selling different things. What should I sell? Sell the most expensive thing. Like, look at what's the most expensive thing your competition is selling and copy it. So if you found two competitors and one of them is charging $10 and another is charging $5,000, charge $5,000. I promise you, you are going to attract better clients. They're going to be more serious. They're going to cause you less problems. You are going to be more profitable and you will have more resources to help more people. Like if I work with 10 people that each pay, let's say $10,000 as an example, now I can allocate all my attention to these 10 people. But if I sell to make the same $100,000, if I sell something for $500, I need to sell 200. So it's my attention is gonna be spread within these 200 people, right? I can sell a course to them, but it's gonna be hard to sell, let's say, a one-on-one mentorship. So my recommendation would be to look at the competition and see what they're already selling, what people are already buying. Remember, you can't create demand. Demand already exists, right? Somewhere the people are already buying, right? Transactions are already happening. Money is already being spent. Just go look and just without ego, without nothing, just copy it directly and try to make it a little bit better, right? You saw a competition is selling a fitness program for $3,000 and it includes 2 calls a month. It's a 3-month program and a course and an onboarding call and a community. Copy it. Instead of doing 2 calls a month, do 1 call a week maybe. Make it more valuable, but copy the price. There's a reason they have that price and just sell something premium for a little percentage of your audience. You have like 5,000 subscribers. Even if 50 of them buy something for $1,000, you made $50,000, right? It's a way better game to play. And if you have a very large audience though, you have, I don't know, 50, 100, 200, 300,000 subscribers or more, yeah, and you don't want to work with people one-on-one or have some sort of a more hands-on program, then it makes sense to sell cheaper things and low-ticket products, courses, ebooks, other things so you can sell it to enough people, basically. So that would be my recommendation. Look at what others are selling, copy it, don't reinvent the wheel, don't make that mistake, and sell something for expensive. Start selling something very expensive in the beginning. You are not gonna regret that. You are gonna be, and I've made this mistake. I've heard this advice when I was getting started. I thought that I'm smarter than I was. And I said, oh, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to start this $99 thing, community. Not the best decision, not the best decision. I learned from it. So now I'm only working with people for very expensive prices and people are still paying, they're happy. And I help everyone else for free with my content.
Yeah. And then that brings up the point. A lot of people ask, well, you have the authority, you have this to charge those fees. What about if I'm just getting started? How can I charge those fees? And I remember when I started with you, I was like, how can I raise my price? Like when we were talking about the hourly price, it was such a stretch in my mind. So maybe you could speak to the people about like that, like, and maybe that leads more into the mindset of it all. But what would you say to someone who's like, well, how could I charge that? I'm just getting started. Or even if they have the proficiency, but they still feel that hesitation to charging that price, even though they've done the competition research. What would you say to them about that? Like, how could they get over that hurdle or yeah.
Such a good question. I really love questions. They're very relevant, I think. And these questions, by the way, to just like give my couple cents, my opinion on this to the audience. These are like Alexa could ask way different questions to just like get more views or other things. Like just think what kind of questions she's asking. This is what you actually need. You might think what you need something else, but I would trust her experience. Like I know. Looking at what she's asking, this is really good. So I hope people trust your questions because this is really good. Most people don't think they need this, but I think they do. But now let's get to the answer. So I think that the biggest thing that I can share is that it's still going to be scary. So no matter what I say now, like because we worked on it together, right? Like it was still scary. Yeah. Like, and it is okay. Like the whole definition of courage is that you feel the fear and you do it anyway, right? So that's the whole point, is that that it's going to be hard. And now I'll give something practical. But before that, I want to set its expectation, because no matter what I say, you will still feel the fear. And how do I motivate myself, right? Practically in these situations, I say, hey, all of my competition also is going to feel this fear because they are humans. So, and probably they won't be courageous enough to do it anyway. So what if I right now, despite feeling this fear, do it? That will make me gain competitive advantage, and that's how I will win. So I always turn this into a competition thing in my mind, and that's what motivates me. I say, hey, this is hard. Alex Hormozi talks about this. This is hard. Therefore, no one else will do this, which is good. That means there will be more left for you, right? So I always do this. Oh, it's hard to do a call. It's hard to show myself on camera. It's hard to increase my prices. Yes, that's exactly why you should do it. That's the whole reason, because most people won't. And if you just do it, if you just show up and you do it anyway, even if you feel fear, that's what will set you apart. And that's what entrepreneurship is about. And if you want to win as an entrepreneur, as a creator, there will be a lot of decisions like this, that it will be uncertain. There might be a chance of making a mistake, but for as long as it's not an irreversible decision, you should do it. Let's look at this. It's your price. Okay, let's say you're charging $100. If you increase it to 500 because your competition is charging 1,000, but you're afraid to charge 500 for some reason. Let's say you want to increase to 500. What's the worst thing that happens that you charge 500? Nothing. You'll go back later. That's the worst case scenario. It's a reversible decision. But if you never increase your price, you have the guaranteed cost of always being undercharged. So you are taking the guaranteed route to lose. And if you do raise it, the worst case is they say, oh, okay, like 2 people bought, but then after 1 month, no one is buying anymore. Let me put it to 300 and see how it goes for 1 month. Okay, now people are buying. Okay, let me increase to 400. Okay, now so you can change it, right? It's your business. It's not a reversible decision. Now, on this note, let's talk about why this is important psychologically. And then again, big disclaimer, it's still gonna be not easy to do this. So people still should make them be disciplined enough and have courage to do it, even if it's uncomfortable. You can't shortcut this, right? Including for me. I'm being smart here, giving all this advice, telling people what to do. Every single time I need to increase my price, I panic. That's okay. I just learned to still do it anyway. We did it recently as well. It's like, oh my God, people aren't gonna pay. We do a few sales close, people don't pay. We say, oh, maybe it's the price. It happens to me. But I just learned to just keep going with it and trust my intuition. And then if I'm wrong, I will go back. But usually I'm not. Usually the more you can increase your prices way more than you think. For context, we increased our prices 500 times, counting the first program we ever did and the most expensive program we have sold. So not the same thing, it's a little bit different, but just to see how much it's possible. Like just so 2 times, 3 times, 10 times is possible. Now let's talk about the psychological aspect, which is very fair, because people can say, okay, how did I get it? But I can increase the price, but what if it feels bad no matter what? What if it still feels bad? What if I don't have enough testimonials? Okay, so here's the answer to this. Obviously, don't charge something and don't lie to people about your program or what you can offer or what you can deliver, right? Like if you let's say you have never grown your own business to 10K a month, don't say I will help you grow your business to 10K a month and sell a $10,000 program and scam people, right? Don't do that. Like obviously, don't lie about your expertise, but for as long as you are truthful in your sales process, like, hey, I'm not the biggest business owner in the world. Let's say that's someone's niche watching this. Let's say for me, okay, I never made $1 million profit in a month, right? But I made 100K in profit. So I'm not gonna say, here's how you can guaranteed make 1 million profit. I can say, here's a client I helped to get to $1 million a month of profit, right? But I'm not there myself, and it's not guaranteed, but here's what I think will help you to get there. If I say it, it's justified. I can charge a lot and help someone get there if I'm honest about it. If I lie that I'm making $1 million a month of profit, or every single person that worked for me is doing, which is very far from being true, then there's an ethical problem there. So the number one thing is be truthful. Never lie about your expertise, right? Now, here's when we are getting to the second thing. Without lying about your expertise, you can still charge a lot without having a lot of testimonials if you are being truthful. And here's why. People don't care about your expertise and experience as much as about them getting results, right? So you shouldn't sell something for $100 or $1,000 based on how much time it takes you to deliver. You are not selling your time. You shouldn't sell it based on how many testimonials you have. the people that work with you, they don't care. They only care about the testimonials for as long as it's an indication that you can help them as well. But still, the thing that they care about is if they can achieve their goal, right? If they can get the outcome that you want to help them to get. So then it's not about the testimonials. It's about your conviction of how much you really believe you can help the person. And if you don't believe it, then don't charge. Start slow. Charge $100, charge $500. We all increased our prices over time. Alexa did it. I did it, right? So if you don't have the conviction, start low, then keep working with people. Once you see that people are getting results, you will increase your price. But if you are watching this and you are confident in yourself, truly, without lying, you know that what you are selling is, you are not over promising anything, then you don't have to have million testimonials. You don't have to. I charged more than $10,000 when I had like 5 testimonials or something. And that person was still happy because I knew that I can help this person. Right? So that will be my recommendation. And once you work with people and you charge a lot, then just go over and beyond for them. Just do your best to actually help them to get to their goal. And that's it. And not everyone will win, but that's fine. So basically, I would recommend you to charge $3,000 if you can, instead of $300, for as long as you are telling the truth. And there will be a lot of people that will still buy your $3,000 product. I will give an example. When I worked with Alexa in the beginning, and now our prices are completely different, but I told her that I don't know when she's gonna achieve her goal. Alexa can confirm. I said, I don't know. I think it might happen next month, because that's what I was being 100% truthful on what I believe. If I thought that it might take 1 year, I would say it's gonna take 1 year. If I thought it's gonna take 1 month guaranteed, I would say that. So I just said, hey, I don't know when you will exactly achieve your goal, right? With this, I just know that this is what worked well for me. And I think that if you work with me, it will be more likely that you will win if you don't, because I know things that you don't know, right? And I've done this. So when I shared it, it didn't stop her from joining. I think sometimes it does the opposite. It makes you trust the person that you want to work with more, right? And I'll give a small technical thing on this and we'll finish for this question to not take much time, but it's use the but statement. Here's what that means. Say something negative, say but, say something positive. Here's what do I mean. By the way, big disclaimer, for as long as you believe it. Don't sell something you don't believe in yourself. Don't gonna work. You should have some level of conviction that what you are doing is worth it, okay? Now, if you have the conviction, and if you don't build it up by charging less and over-delivering over time and getting results, but if you do have the conviction, let's say you're on a call or you're making a YouTube video, say something negative first and then make the call to action. Here's how it works. Let's say I'm a fitness coach and I only worked with 3 people so far, right? And I help people to lose weight. And I charge $3,000 for my one-on-one mentorship program, which is 3 months, where I help people with their diet, exercise, other things, as an example. And hopefully I look also as someone that exercises, hopefully, right? That is important. Then what I would do is I would basically, which I don't, right? What I would do is I would say this in the video. Hey, if you enjoyed this video and you want me to help you one-on-one to improve your fitness journey and to lose 10 kilograms in the next 3 months, to lose weight, then I would invite you to schedule a meeting with me by clicking the link in the description and working with me. Now, I want to be very clear. I haven't been doing this for 20 years. I'm just 22, right? I have 5 people that I've helped. But what I can promise you, be careful pay attention to the word but, right? I say but, then I'm going to say something positive. I only work with 5 people. I haven't been doing this for 10 years, but I can promise you that you will get my full attention, because I'm going to make sure that every single time that you need advice or you need accountability or you don't know which food to buy in the grocery store that's healthy for a new diet, I'm gonna be there for you, because my success is dependent on your success. And if you go and work with these other people that already have hundreds and thousands of clients, right? You are just a number to them. They're not going to care about you. They're just going to be another person, and they don't care about your success. They don't even remember your name. For me, I'm going to treat you like these 5 people, because that's why these 5 people succeeded, because I gave my best. And if you know that you are going to give your best and what I shared in this video is valuable for you, book a call. I'll walk you through the program. Worst case, you don't like it, you won't join. Best case, we'll get started. We'll get started immediately and we will achieve your fitness goal. So is this as compelling as if you already had 20,000 testimonials and you were a graduate from Oxford about fitness? No, but it's still better than nothing. right? So if you say this, the right kind of people will still work with you. It happens every single time. For full transparency, recently we got a client who has tens of millions of subscribers on YouTube. So they are even more successful than me. They are making a lot of money. I won't say how much, but a lot. Why they work with me? Because they saw that I'm honest. They came to me and said, Harut, we are making more money than you. We are better than you at this and this. We know, right? But this one specific thing you are so good at, and we actually appreciate that you're honest, that you are not the biggest. You are not saying that you are the best business person in the world. We appreciate it. That's why we trust you enough that for this one specific thing that we know you are good at, you will help us with. And they came to me, not me. They came to me. They came to me. They paid me a lot of money, and it's great, right? But imagine if I lied, if I pretended to be someone that I'm not, or if I charged $10 to hope that people are gonna work with me. If this person saw that I'm charging $10, they wouldn't work with me. They would know I'm not confident enough in what I do, right? So I can still charge a lot for as long as you are honest. That's it. Whatever you sell, say something negative, admit your downsides, say something positive, and you don't need many people to say yes to make money. And then you'll get your first sales, right? And then you'll get experience, you'll get testimonials because you'll go over and beyond for these people. Do that. And then naturally you'll have more proof, more testimonials. I wasn't born with all the hundreds of testimonials on my website. Alexa wasn't born with all the credibility. You build it. It's not easy, but that's something that all of us have to do. It's a part of the process. So start, charge a lot still. It doesn't stop you from gaining credibility if you can, if you have conviction, and just be truthful. For as long as you do this, you won't have any problems. You will work with great people, you'll get results, and day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, you'll gain more and more credibility, more and more proof, more and more experience, and you'll become more and more undeniable. And getting clients and everything else will become easier. But everything is hard before it's easy. If it was easy from the very beginning, if it was easy to get your first 5, 10, 20, 30 testimonials, everyone would do it. And everyone would have successful educational YouTube channels and just put a link in the description and make money and do nothing. Everyone would do it. So it's not easy. It's hard. That's part of the process. And I know that people that are watching this are in different life circumstances. Someone has kids, someone doesn't. Someone is younger, someone is older. Someone has more time, someone has less time. Someone is smarter, someone is dumber, right? Like 49% of the people watching this have below average intelligence from all the people watching this, right? Maybe including me. I'm not saying I'm not there, maybe me, but 49% of the people watching this video are below average, which means like, yes, there will be some disadvantages that we all have, right? Maybe the niche isn't good or this, but it shouldn't stop you from trying. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I know that it's harder than most people can imagine on how actually hard it is to be successful in business, right? It's not easy, but that's what it takes. And if someone is watching this till this point, you have watched this long thing with some random 22-year-old Armenian guy talking nonstop. If you're watching this video, you have what it takes. You do have what it takes. It's not gonna be easy, but if you are watching this till this point, don't look at your disadvantages or things and say, that's why I'm not going to win. Win despite of them. I know it's hard. I really do. When I'm speaking, sometimes people think that I don't have empathy or I achieved the things that I achieved in my life easily. It wasn't easy. It was very hard. But you need to be strong. You need to be very strong to keep going through that, not give up and to win. So if you're watching this, stop expecting it's gonna be easy, whether it's getting testimonials, it's charging a lot, whatever. It's going to be hard. Embrace it, embrace the pain, embrace the hardship, go through it, and tell yourself, all of your competition, all of the people that are going to try to win, they are also going to go through the same things that you're going through, and most of them are going to lose. Don't be one of them. Most of them are going to quit. And that's why if you keep going, you'll be the winner. You'll be the person that will accomplish your goals. You'll be the person that will be able to provide a better life for you, for your family, will help people, will build something meaningful online. Some of you want to quit your job. Some of you want to make more money to afford healthcare. Some of you want to scale your business to buy some nice house or apartment or car, whatever, or something, give money to charity, something more meaningful. It is not going to be easy because you want extraordinary things. Most people in this world are overweight. They don't make enough money. They don't have purpose. They don't have a brand online. They don't have freedom. There's the reason for that. It's because hard. And because you watching this, you are extraordinary. You are the exception. You are not like others. then embrace that your road is going to be exceptionally harder as well. We can't wish for extraordinary goals and hope to not be able to achieve them without becoming an extraordinary person. If you have extraordinary goals, you have to become an extraordinary person, which means it's extraordinary, which means it's not ordinary, which means it's hard, which means it's gonna suck, and it's not easy. So embrace it, take a deep breath, smile. Are you healthy? Yes. Do you have time? Do you even have the opportunity to watch this video? Do you have internet? Are you watching this right now? That means that you have a shot. You have a chance to win. Be grateful for that. Take that shot so you don't regret it. Give your best. And whatever happens, happens. And if you do that and you really, truly show up and you don't stop, you'll win. You'll grow a big YouTube channel. You'll find your niche. You'll make sales. And it won't be easy. But it will be worth it. I never looked back in my life and regretted for any hard period. I am always grateful for that because it made me into someone stronger. Nothing I achieved was easy. Nothing. Did I get lucky in some senses? Yeah, we all do. I did. I probably did get lucky in a lot of things. But one thing that we are all lucky for is that we are all born. What's the chances of that? So we are all lucky. We are at least born. We even have a shot at this, right? So if you look at it that way, that's the biggest luck. Besides that, just use what you have. Use the tools that you have. Whatever is in your arsenal, the time that you have, the energy that you have, the expertise, the knowledge, the brain, the connections, the money, just maximize what you have. That's it. Like, I'm not told, I'm not trying to be told, right? I can't. This is what I'm given. So just maximize it, right? And in business, in YouTube, everything is the same. But again, I want to say that if you're watching this, you can think that it's about the tactics. It's about the YouTube thumbnails. It's about that secret niche. It's about the secret strategy. It's not that. It's not that. It's all about this. It's all about, do you actually want it bad enough? And will you be ready to pay the price of winning? And the price is usually not money. And if you are ready to pay that price of success, you'll have it. And if you don't, then you won't. Because for there to be winners, there must be losers. And now, after watching this interview, every single person will have the choice to decide which one are they. Are they a loser? Are they going to watch this and blame others and say, oh, this wasn't a good interview. No, he doesn't understand. It's too easy. No, what's the secret? Or will you be the winner that will just take one or two things? If anything was valuable, take one or two things away from this and take full responsibility for your actions and results. Understand and expect it's going to be hard. Do it anyway. Don't stop. Give it your all. And still it's going to be harder than you think. Still it's going to take longer than you think. But if you do that and you don't stop, you will win. And I promise you, it's going to be worth it. You're going to look back and you're going to have a big YouTube channel. You are going to make money. You are going to have freedom. You are going to have purpose and other benefits that come with that. And it's going to be worth it if you don't stop. So that's my message to not only to this question, but overall, that if there's one thing that people can take away from this is that. And I know it's not easy, but it's not supposed to. But again, if you're watching this, you have what it takes. Don't stop. If you don't stop, you will win.
Nice. I think we should end
Long
there
rant,
because
as always, yeah.
Yeah, this is why everyone that I talk so highly of Harut, because he tells it like it is. He's honest. He goes deep with everything, and hopefully you guys take a lot away from this because he's dropping golden nuggets of wisdom everywhere. And I like to refer to you as the young Yoda because you are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And again, I want to say a couple of things as well about you, is that most people don't understand how, what it takes, and the humility and the kindness and the generosity that you have towards your audience. Because I have a lot of clients, right? And most of my clients are kind and they do care. But I think you are one of the few people that care more than most people will ever realize. And most YouTubers, most people that want to help others or want to make money, want to teach others, they don't care. All they care is about themselves. And I'm saying this because you can't fake that. You can maybe fake that in one YouTube video. I know Alexa. I've been on a lot of one-on-one calls. We talk about things in one-on-one chat that no one gets to see. These are the moments where we're the most vulnerable, when we are the most real. And I've seen you in these moments. And in those moments, you never lost your sense of purpose and helping people. And I'm not saying that you are perfect or I am perfect. We are not. And we are both selfish as well. We need to admit that. We also want to make money. We want to grow. We have our own families. We have our own priorities. So I'm not saying that we are perfect. We are not, right? And we are also doing it to make money, to grow, whatever. But seeing how much you also care and how much important it is to you and how you actually use that in the decisions that you make and how you actually, it is an like there's zero doubt that you are a good human being and this work is something meaningful to you and something deeper. There's no question about that. And it's something very rare. So I want to, my 2 cents on this, my advice would be to people, yeah, like give some love to Alexa in the comments because she's awesome. And most of us don't see what she's going through and how hard it is to do all the things that she's doing. And she never complains. She always shows up. She's always there. And she tries to serve and help others and inspire others to win and to win bigger and have an impact. And it is something really, really beautiful. And seeing how much you have grown in just in the past few months and where you are right now, it's really, really awesome. So I can't wait to see where you will be in the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, in all senses of your channel, of your journey, of your business, of the impact that you are having. And it is something truly, truly remarkable. Like most people will never understand. And it's very hard for me to say these things. I rarely give people credit, but imagine how much Alexa deserves it. And I don't say this to everyone. So I have a very, like, I've seen things that I can't share that just trust me. She is who she says she is. She cares. She's there for people. And although she's not perfect, none of us are. She cares about you, about people that are watching this. So keep watching her videos, keep supporting her, keep listening to her. Her advice is amazing. Take massive action, take full responsibility for your results and win and make her proud with your results, with your actions, with everything that you accomplish. And for everyone watching this, again, a reminder, I'm not saying that I know everything or Alexa knows everything. So take everything with a grain of salt, or how they say it, right? Like, I'm 22. Do I have life figured out, YouTube figured out, business figured out? Absolutely not. I just spent a lot of time working, and some things worked and some things didn't. And I try to share what worked for me and what didn't. And if you find it useful, great. But I know it's not easy. I know it's hard. So I understand that. But one thing that is important is that no one will save you. Alexa won't save you. I won't save you. No one will save you, right? You need to save yourself. You need to take away everything that you find useful, take responsibility and do it yourself. No matter how amazing Alexa is, her knowledge is just one part, right? It's a both way relationship. For her to get results, you also need to show up as your best self, as a good client. That's why Alexa is winning so much, is because not only I shared the things that worked for me and I tried to help her, but also she's showing up as the best client. It's only possible to get results when both people, both sides, the teacher and the students, they are both giving their best. So if you're watching this, my last message on this is be the best student that you can of this, right? Like, try to take notes, implement it, and show up, because that's when you will maximize your chances of success. So yeah, that's that. And again, it's my couple of cents. I'm not saying I have everything figured out. If this is what worked for me. So if it works for you, amazing. If this doesn't work for you, block me, delete me, never watch me, do what you want. And that would be my last recommendation. If you find it useful, great. I hope it helps you, as it helped thousands of people that I've had a pleasure to work with. And yeah, to finish this, Alexa, you're amazing. And show some love to her in the comments, because she cares. And I have never seen someone that cares so much about people. And yeah, it's something that is worth giving credit to. And keep it up, keep going, keep inspiring people. And you are amazing. Your audience is amazing as well. And everyone that is watching this, I'm sure that you are going to have a bright future. For as long as you keep showing up every day and get a little bit better, you'll accomplish great things and you will achieve greatness, which is the name of my company. So yeah.
Yeah, actually, we should add that in last before we go. My kids have just come outside, so let's see how long this lasts. Yeah, how would people reach out to you if they're interested in working with you? I know many people have mentioned in my community that they're interested in like learning from you and stuff like that. So I'll provide everything in the description, of course, of this video, but you can plug whatever you would like to if you want.
Oh, of course.
Anything.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I really do. So there is 2 things I would say that would be the most helpful. Number one is our free community. We don't accept everyone. There's some things that people need to qualify for us to accept. But if you go to achievegreatness.com, it will just redirect you there. It's free. You can apply. And if you qualify, we'll accept you. It's absolutely free. We have courses inside there about YouTube, business, and anything else that you need to scale. So it's that. I think the second one is the YouTube, my YouTube channel, which is free with videos. So if you found anything I shared today, then you can go and check that out as well. I think the username is Deharut. And the third one is a video that explains a little bit more on how we help people. So if you're someone that ideally already is growing and you want to scale, then there will be a video which is quite long. It's 1 hour long, where I explain how you can work with us, the people we worked with, all the hundreds of testimonials we have, and how it might look like, and then how you can apply for that to learn more. So these are the free links. Our free community, my YouTube channel, which the first two are free. The third one is free as well, but if you apply, then obviously it's a paid program if you qualify for that. So this will be the free links. But yeah, the most important one is follow Alexa, subscribe if you are not subscribed, watch your videos, show her some love in the comments, and show up and get good results and talk about your results to others. That's what would be the biggest win for me, I think. Seeing Alexa winning and you guys watching this winning. That's really truly will be the biggest honor for me to see you implement this and get hopefully some positive results out of this.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for doing this and taking time out of your day to do this interview. I really appreciate it. So
thank you, Alexa, and thank you everyone that watched this. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you found this valuable.
Yeah. Thank you.